What's up, gamers, YouTubers out there? This is Infernal Shard 1 for the win. So, instead, I decided to do a live stream video for today's video on today's topic that we're actually going to be discussing instead of doing a video clip. So, it seems like that third-party studio developments are actually starting to go downhill and they might not be around for very much long. I mean, we're talking about Activision, EA, and then of course, um, I forget the other company, but there was another company that is also starting to do all of that stuff. Oh yeah, Bungie. Bungie is who it is. So it seems like that all of these third-party developers are actually starting to not give a crap about us gamers. Now, what I'm meaning by that is that when they're releasing a game, the only thing that they're really caring about is them getting money from us. They're not giving a crap about finishing the game. They're not giving a crap of putting stuff that people will enjoy in the game. All they actually want is money. And it's the most dumbest thing ever. Like, I mean, you just think about it. Like back on the early Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 days to the middle of the PS3 and 360 days, games were actually really awesome back then. There was none of this microtransactions shit. There was actually complete games, not complete rushed out products. They were actually complete, like a game like Borderlands 2. That game came out for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 back in November or October of 2012. And, you know, it's one of the last major AAA games that was for those consoles. And it was just a year before the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One came out. I mean, as soon as the consoles did come out, I mean, the third party developers weren't like as bad as they currently are now, but now it seems like that all they want is money. I mean, like Activision, for example, Call of Duty has been the number one most sold franchise on the entire planet. It sells quite a bit every single year, even if it's a Call of Duty that nobody would really like. And it just, it's one of the best franchises out there. I mean, everybody loves Call of Duty, everybody loves shooters. And ever since Call of Duty Advanced Warfare came out back in 2014, which was the second Call of Duty game, if I remember correctly, for the current gen systems, it is like the first Call of Duty game that Activision put microtransactions into the game because they released supply drops. And to me, supply drops aren't really that bad, honestly, but supply drops for a lot of Call of Duty fans is really stupid in their eyes. Me, it's kind of okay because, I mean, you're always unlocking a supply drop and you never know what you're going to unlock. But at the same time, I can honestly see with what they're actually talking about. And it's that, you got like, you want this like one special gun and you get the gun or you don't get the gun. And people that want the gun that keeps opening these supply drops and then doesn't get it, and they get mad. And so Activision decided, to put out like, well, here you guys go. We got this for you to buy to where you can have like 10 supply drops at once for $19.99 or $39.99 for 20 supply drops. So here you guys go. That way you can check, and if you don't get it, you just keep buying more. No, that's not how a game should be. A game should be, as I was saying, like back on the early Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 days. It should be complete. None of that microtransaction stuff. It should be a franchise that everybody loves. Like, say, for instance, Like, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 were the last two major sell Call of Duty games ever. Once Call of Duty Ghost came out, the series kept going downhill as every Call of Duty came out. Now, Black Ops 4 ended up doing really well, and World War II did also really well as well. But from Call of Duty Ghost going down to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, every single year between those Call of Duty games, the sales numbers went downhill as each year came out. So, yeah, and then when World War II came out is when Activision, put microtransactions a lot more worse in the Call of Duty franchises, is when World War II came out. It's, games shouldn't be worthy of you putting stuff in it to buy to pay to win. Games are supposed to be enjoying and relaxing, playing and unlocking stuff that minute. That's what a game should honestly be. It shouldn't be where we have to physically, we have to buy this thing to get multiple, supply drops or multiple COD points or, whatever that Activision has got in currently, which I'm pretty sure it's COD points. And it just shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't have to have a game that's like that. Like, it's really ridiculous. And then they actually wonder, why that they're not selling as many copies like they did. Well, Activision, I'm going to have to literally say something to you. It's because you're trying to make them pay to win. Pay to win is gambling. That's not right for a video game. And there's parents out there for their kids that does buy these games for them for Christmas, because we just had Christmas past, and there's probably some children out there that probably got Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for Christmas, and they're probably wanting to buy all those microtransactions because they want to be unstoppable just like us. And I don't blame them. But instead of you putting money onto a product for us to buy, especially something just the other day that you released, Activision, you released a freaking Red Dot site for freaking $1, and then you dropped it down to 50 cents. That is seriously the most stupidest thing ever. Why would anybody want to pay $1 just for a Red Dot site? Come on, just think for a second. That is the most stupidest thing ever. So, Activision is not the only one. Oh yeah, and then there is also another third-party developer that I did forgot to mention. And they fucked up their game really bad, and that's Bethesda. Bethesda just released Fallout 76 back on November 14th of 2018, just about 2 months ago, and that game has been getting a lot of haters, and it's got a lot of bugs, and Bethesda is just still trying to put microtransactions into that game when it's not even complete. It's just, ridiculous. I personally love the Fallout series, but I'm absolutely am not going to buy Fallout 76 because, for one, it's not a complete game. Two, it's actually a stupid online game. It's not got single player. It doesn't have bots or nothing in there like NPCs. And then three, microtransactions just so you can buy power-up stuff. No. I'm not going to waste my money on a game that's with microtransactions and happen to do all that crap. Like I said, that's not how a game should honestly be. A game like Borderlands 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and Modern Warfare 3, as I was saying, were the last two major hit sell Call of Duty games in the history. And still today, Modern Warfare 3 is still the most sold Call of Duty game in history with over 26 million units. That's pretty good for just one franchise. And it's just ridiculous. Now, Bungie, on the other hand, they released Destiny 2 about a year and 3 months ago. And Destiny 2, I'm not going to lie, it's a pretty good Destiny game, but a lot of gamers out there are probably going to disagree. And they're going to say that it's not. But I don't have a problem with Destiny 2. But the microtransactions and having to buy like the Forsaken DLC and then also the expansion pass and this shit and that for like, $50, yeah, it is kind of pointless because, I mean, why would you release DLCs for like fucking $50 or something and then you act like that you're going to sell it? And then that's also another thing why Destiny 2 is dropping down in player base, or at least it did after the first 3 months that the game was released. And they're probably all wondering, like, why did their player base go down so quickly within the 2 months after it released? Well, Bungie, let's actually think for a minute. Okay, instead of you, like, putting out, like, all of these DLC content, why don't you freaking actually, like, make it to where it's only, like, maybe at least $10, or just give us those DLCs for like some kind of unlockable. I mean, instead of putting it up for like $40 to $50, especially for like the Forsaken DLC, why don't you do the smart thing and put it as like either $10 or maybe as an unlockable for if we get to like a certain level or certain light level for the game, and it'll unlock and say that we can continue our story, or put it in as an unlockable for after completing like the main story or the last DLC before it. That's probably the smartest thing to do. Wouldn't you think that would be the smartest thing to do? I certainly would think that that'd be the smartest thing to do. And then Activision is also, pushing for the developers behind the Diablo series, because there is a Diablo Immortals that's like a mobile type game only. It's not coming to consoles from when I last heard, and the reviews on it are really not that great. And supposedly what I heard is that Activision is trying to force them to hurry it up and not, take their time to make the game really that great. And see, that's another reason. And that's another studio that might go down. And it's because Activision, all they care about is wanting money. Money doesn't make games. You guys make the games. We buy them. If they're complete, you got a shit ton of money coming after you. If they're not complete and they're rushed products, or they're something we don't like, you don't try to force us to buy it and then try to force us to pay on it because you're scared of not having money. No, that's not what business is supposed to be. You're supposed to make the game great and a game we like, and that's how gaming industry should be all year round. So, yeah. So the way it looks like to me is that third-party development is probably going to go downhill, and who knows? Third-party games might actually go out and we may not see them ever again, but I doubt it. It's not like every single third-party developers that are trying to force us to buy stuff or nothing like that. I mean, the developers behind this game that you're seeing on the screen, which is the new Red Dead Redemption 2, now, they do put microtransactions into their game. They did that with Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's not like as bad as like Activision doing all this stupid stuff, especially like putting the one red dot sight on Black Ops 4 for $1 or 50 cents. It's not as stupid as like that, but it's just an option that players have for the game. If you don't want to buy it, you can continue to enjoy the game and just unlock the money or make your money or whatever. Like in GTA 5, like they released shark cards and you could get up to at the most $8 million for a shark card. and that's for $100 worth. But that's just for people that, you know, are up for it, that would want it. Rockstar's not saying like, hey, you guys have to physically do this, or you want all this awesome stuff, keep doing this and keep doing this and hope you get it. Rockstar doesn't, do that. Rockstar does actually care about their fans compared to like Activision, Bungie, and even Bethesda. Rockstar at least does care about your fans. So, yeah, so just keep that in mind, guys. So, yeah, I don't even get this, because the way it looks like is that third party development is probably going to go downhill even before the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Scarlet come out. Even though those consoles are like literally less than 2 years away of getting released, it seems like we're not going to have that very many good games on the next gen consoles unless they're exclusives or they're from Rockstar Games. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. If you guys are new to the channel, please smack a like, and like I said, if you guys are new to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will keep you guys up to date with more gaming content. And if you guys enjoy the video, send me down in the comments section down below of your thoughts about third-party development going downhill from all these third-party studios like Activision, Bethesda, and Bungie. So just give me your thoughts down in the comment section down below about the video. Hit a like and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.